Hey everyone, Jerrel from Sungrand here. Yeah, so I guess I put a poll up. You guys wanted to hear a bit more behind the scenes stuff about sort of the stories behind Silver Falls. So, I mean, we're naturally going to get a lot of comparisons to games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil and things like that because Silver Falls is survival horror. So what we tried to do with Silver Falls was create a sort of game that was different, absolutely different from those two. And I do the writing for the characters and the story. And while writing the story for Three Down Stars, I knew that I wanted to connect it to events in the 70s, the 80s, the 50s, and the 60s, but I didn't want to cram too much into one story, which is sort of why we decided to create a system that connects the games together. And not just through storyline, but they can physically connect, and that lets you add content, but it also connects characters together in different ways, which we think is really interesting. With the sort of stories, I mean, I personally felt like I love Silent Hill. I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, and there were certain parts when I was writing Three Down Stars where I thought, it's just, Silver Falls might be too soft, it's not dark enough, it's not heavy enough. And I know there are people that look for stories that really have some meat that they can sink their teeth into. And there were parts while writing Three Down Stars where I thought, yikes, this might be a little too heavy. So I mean, it's all just words on paper until it's out and published. So I'm really interested to see what people think of the game. I'm really looking forward to the game being out there and people playing it and letting us know what they think of the characters and the stories and things like that. Usually how I write the stories is I have a general idea, and I don't focus on the supernatural aspect. I don't focus on, it has to be about UFO abductions. It has to be about, a UFO attacking someone on their ranch or things like that. I try to base the story on a personal issue that the character has, whether it's internal, a family issue, an issue with friends or relationships or things like that. I want to create character issues that are relatable, and they feel like real people would have these problems and real people would be dealing with these issues. And around those real issues, I write events. And so the events that are supernatural, they feel like, okay, this is my life, this is normal, I can handle the normal stuff. And then something so incredible and unbelievable occurs, and you have no way to deal with that. You have no way to process this alien stuff, this UFO stuff is happening. And that sort of happens in real life, but without the alien stuff, without UFOs. Things happen in your daily life where your world is shaken up and you think, how am I supposed to deal with this? And so the UFOs, it's a bit, it's a bit of an analogy, it's a bit of a metaphor to show that there is a way to deal with things that are out of your control that you've never understood or met before. And that's sort of the basis of Silver Falls. And each character that I write in Silver Falls is broken in some way. Characters are alone, lonesome, segmented. Something's happened to them in their lives that makes them broken. And it's through coming together with other characters in the town of Silver Falls, and they work together to solve a particular problem. And when they work together to maybe solve a UFO problem or something like that, they're also helping solve each other's problems. And in a way, the overall theme of Silver Falls might be, people are broken, but when they come together, they sort of fix each other. And so, thanks for checking in today. I mean, that's a little bit of behind the scenes of the thought process that we go through when we're writing the stories and characters. So the launch, really, I really hope that's coming up soon. And I'm really grateful to everyone for hanging in there with us and sticking with us while we get the game ready to launch. So we hope to see you again soon. Thanks for checking in.